Hey everyone, welcome back to Empowering Mondays. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Crystal Walland, and thank you so much for being here. Last week, we talked about the process of setting and achieving goals, and this week we're going to explore putting in structures so that we can turn these visions into reality. Structures basically provide us the framework that supports consistent action, and ultimately, actions are what give us results in life. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what we mean by structures. Structures are systems, routines, and support mechanisms that actually keep you taking aligned action that actually achieve your goals. So think of structures as like a scaffolding that supports a building while it's being constructed. Without that scaffolding, the building would collapse. It wouldn't stand a chance. Similarly, without structures, our goals and our visions can easily crumble. And what that kind of means is you will end up not taking any action, or these visions and these dreams ultimately stay visions and dreams. They don't actually materialize in reality. These structures are so critical because they help us stay organized, focused, and really accountable. They provide a clear path that makes it easier for us to take that consistent action. So when we have structures in place, we don't rely solely on motivation or our feelings or willpower, which is extremely inconsistent and fleeting, right? You could be happy, mad, and sad in 1 minute. That is just not a reliable source to keep you accountable and in action. So instead, we create an environment that naturally supports our goals. Like when you just start working out, right? You aren't always going to feel like going to the gym. And if you put in the sufficient structure, it will keep you taking that action in the beginning. And then eventually it'll turn into a habit and you won't even need the structure anymore. Just like when they build a building, the scaffolding is removed once the building is built. So let's discuss some types of structures that you can implement. Time management systems. This includes schedules, planners, and calendars. By blocking out specific time for the tasks that are related to each of your goals, you can actually ensure that you're consistently working towards them. And I'm going to be very clear here. If you want to be effective and accomplish your goals, you must live by your calendar. To keep everything in your mind would be completely ineffective for you to fulfill everything that you're up to, especially if you really want to live a big life. Now, the second structure you can put in is different routines and habits. So developing a daily routine that can make your goal-oriented actions automatic. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, making it a part of your morning routine can help you stick to it, opposed to just willy-nilly, I'll do it in the morning or the afternoon or at night. Now, of course, as long as you have it in a schedule, you can do it. But ultimately, routines really do help to create a habit. The third thing to consider is context. Context is decisive. Creating a empowering context that is going to support the goal is actually critical. For instance, after I had my baby, it took me 18 months to get back into working out. And what I noticed is that every time I was scheduled to work out, and I scheduled it in the morning like a routine, but it was like the last thing I wanted to do when I woke up. I was tired, I was exhausted. I felt like sleep instead. So the context of working out felt very like heavy and exhausting, like, ugh, I don't want to do it. And so one day I was watching something, and this context of activating your life force by movement really resonated with me. So I shifted the context to activate my life force instead of working out. And this was a bigger context that actually really pulled me, really being my best. And that simple shift had me get back into that routine really, really quickly. I don't even use it anymore. It was what I needed to do in order to get me through the first like 2 to 3 weeks of working out before it actually became a natural habit again, and before I actually really wanted to continue doing it. Now, the next thing I would suggest is physical and digital tools like journals, apps, project management software. All of these softwares and tools can actually track your progress and keep you very organized. And then lastly, accountability structures. Having someone hold you accountable can significantly increase your chances of success. This could be a mentor, coach, accountability partner, or even a supportive community. Accountability is one of the most powerful structures that you can put in place, because when someone else knows about your goals and checks in on your progress, it creates this sense of responsibility. You're more likely to follow through because someone else tells you, because you don't want to let that person down, because you're used to letting yourself down. So here's how you can set up accountability structures. Find an accountability partner. Choose someone who supports your goals and is willing to regularly check in with you. This could be a friend, family member, partner, or even a colleague. Join a group. Be a part of a group that has similar goals. They can provide you mutual support and motivation even, or like a mastermind group. Hire a coach or a mentor. Investing in a coach or a mentor is really probably one of the most effective and efficient things that you can do. I mean, I have a coach. Like, most coaches have coaches. We all need someone to actually hold us accountable to fulfilling our goals. Use technology. There are various apps designed to help you stay accountable. Tools like Trello, Asana can help you track your tasks and progress. You can set reminders on your phone to also keep you accountable. Now that you see kind of what I'm talking about when we talk about structures, let's create a structure for one of your goals. So write down a goal that you're currently working on, and then brainstorm the different types of structures that would support your goal that we just talked about. So think about time management systems, like your calendar. Think about routines. Think about the different tools and accountability measures that you can implement. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your structure might look like this. In time management, you want to block out an hour of writing every morning. Then your routine might look like it's the first thing you do after your morning coffee. And the context would be replace I have to write in order to have a book with I get to do what I love and I'm passionate about today. The different tools you can use like a writing app to organize your chapters and your notes. Accountability. Join a writers group that meets weekly to share progress and provide feedback. So with your structures in place, it would be easier to take this consistent action. And remember, action is actually what gives you the results. So the more you stick to your structures, the more progress you see, because it's really about consistency. You just want to regularly review and adjust your structures as needed as well. Like if something's not working, change it. Maybe you need to change your context a little bit more if you're not feeling motivated. Maybe there is a limiting belief in the way that makes you feel like this is not something that's actually possible for you. So why even do it? The key is to create an environment that continuously supports your vision and keeps you moving forward. And structures are essential for turning your visions into reality. So by implementing these time management systems, developing various routines, using the right tools, and establishing accountability and an empowering community around you, you create a strong framework that supports consistent action and leads to results. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Empower Me Monday. I hope you found it helpful and empowering. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest episodes. I'll link my Living Empowered workbook below, which includes templates and resources to use to set up effective structures. Also, check out the links in our social media platforms to stay connected. Until next time, stay empowered, stay intentional, and remember, you've got this.